Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Pittsburgh Pirates franchise. We are going to be making some moves today, and I cannot wait to get into it. Let's go ahead and get started. Per the conversation we just had with Donnie Baseball, we are going to go after Garrett Clevenger, a relief pitcher with 99 velocity, 96 break, decent clutch, and he's good everywhere except for maybe walks, and we can try to work on that. And they want Eddie Yeen in order to get this done. A starting pitcher for us that's down in Double-A with D potential and 23 years old. I'm not sure why they want him, but they suggested this trade when I asked what they would need. And so we're going to go ahead and get this done right away. All right, Garrett Clevenger, welcome to Pittsburgh. Next up is going to be Henry Davis, a catcher that we have down in AAA who shows flashes of power and discipline, and we will be going after Hunter Harvey, the Kansas City Royals, and he is 30 years old, 72 overall with B potential, a guy I'm very familiar with, and this is what the Royals asked for when we said, what do you want? And so we're going to shore up our relief pitchers with these two acquisitions right away after the discussion with Donnie Baseball. Relief is now a lot stronger, a lot quicker. We are going to also take Joey Wentz and move him down to AAA. We will have to pass him through waivers, but because we just shored up relief, I need to move two guys, and so he's one of them. Caleb Ferguson is going to be the other one. And I can't move him outright to AAA because he's got 5 years of service time. So I have to designate him for assignment first. So let's go ahead and do that. And then I will place him outright onto AAA as long as he doesn't get picked up. And I would like to see him, progress, and I'd like to just use him in AAA. So hopefully he doesn't get picked, but he's going to have to pass through waivers as well. So 2 relievers down, 2 relievers in. Let's continue and get today started. I'm also going to be making a change here. Dennis Santana as our current closer with 88 clutch. I just don't know that he's got the rest of the stats to get there. And Colin Holderman has a 97 clutch rating with 99 velocity. And I think that looks pretty good and possibly ideal for a closer. So we're going to try Holderman and see what happens. All right, let's get back to playing some games here. We're going to go ahead and simulate Game 3 after winning the first 2 versus Miami, and critical situation already. Let's go ahead and hop in and see if we can resolve it. All right, so top 7 with 2 outs, man in scoring position. We're down by 1, and Spencer Horwitz, batting .500 through the first 2 games, is facing the Miami closer here in the 7th. That's a little strange. It's Calvin Fauché. And he'll get that cutter in for strike 1. So an interesting choice here that the Marlins just made to bring in Fauché. Maybe they think that this is going to be more intense now than it would be later in the game. And so Fauché gets the call. I'm not sure. And they've got Andrew Nardi warming up in the bullpen. And it's 1-1 evened up against Spencer Horwitz as we try to make something happen here and cash in to tie the game. And that's heavy contact, but it is brought foul. 1-2 now for Horwitz. And resolving these kind of situations is something that I'm going to do a lot more often here in year 1 of the season. I'm not anticipating playing a ton of full games with the current lineup and pitching rotation that we have. We're going to be checking in later on today in the episode with the minor league system and highlighting some guys who I think could possibly be important to this franchise as things move forward through the years. And so that is going to be coming later. For now, Spencer Horwitz is going to swing and miss on that sweeper. Very late indeed. And he is not going to do much there. But he will get another opportunity now here in the top 9. 1 out and a man on second. So here we go. You get another chance at redemption, and this time versus Seth Martinez. It is a tie game now in the top of the 9th. So we have a chance here to pull ahead of Miami and force them into a desperate situation in the bottom if we can score. And that's 2 takes so far from Horwitz. Martinez pitching very carefully. He was just brought in for this moment. That's the first 2 pitches. What else does he got? Swing and a miss on the sinker below the zone by Horwitz. Too early on that timing, and the bottom of the zone gets me every time. Let's try to get something better. No, it's way inside, but I can't hold off on that sweeper. Oh, that was ugly. Sometimes it's just difficult. They just get you. Real life and in the game. And that's just lined over to second base. So an ugly at-bat for Horwitz here in the top 9, and that'll do it. But what's this? A Spencer Horwitz triple attempt. Oh my goodness. We're back again after floundering in the first 2 appearances. And now, top of the 11th, 8-7. And, oh, that was good, but it's just early. It goes foul down the line. Hard hit, what could have been a double. And we got 2 outs with a 1-run lead. Top of the 11th. Come on, Horwitz. Let's get something. Nope. There's that sweeper and the ugly swing to accompany it one more time. It is just terrible. My gosh. Okay, that's a little better. It's in the zone. Slider up and in, but it jams him. And he's going to pop that up to left field. And we go 0 for 3 with Horwitz in the critical situations. And we do go on to lose that game 8-9. We lose game 4 as well, and Paul Skeens is no longer injured, so that is great. Happy to have him back before his next actual start. All right, so we actually split the series with Miami. We've got a 3-game stretch versus Tampa Bay where we will drop game 1. Andrew Heaney picks up the loss there. Game 2, Paul Skeens is supposed to start. And how does this go? It is a 6-0 shutout. I think that might have been the actual score of the game that Paul Skeens pitched against Tampa this year. I'm not sure. I'd have to double check it. We win game 3 to take the series 7-1, and Jared Jones picks up the win there. We will move in to game 1 against New York, and I want to play as Mitch Keller. I want to see what else this rotation has, and I think New York is a strong enough test to see if the stuff is good enough. So we'll get a peek today. I'm doing a player lock with Mitch Keller to play against the New York Yankees. And we'll start it off against Bellinger, who historically has hit Keller very well. But the first pitch is in for a strike, and this game has begun. And I accidentally switched to first person, and that is so disorienting. Oh my gosh. New feature for this year in MLB The Show 25, and that gives me visual whiplash. Swing and a miss from Bellinger, and Keller's first batter against New York this season is going to come with a 3-pitch strikeout. That's awesome. Volpe will pop that high up in foul territory near first base, and we've got it. 2 quick outs for Mitch Keller. So far, so good, but it's time for judgment. And the thunder rolls. Oh my gosh, what drama here. Yep. Very good slurve. I love the action on that. Keller has got a nasty slurve. Let's try the sweeper. Looks like it's got a ton of break. And there it goes. And yes, that looked fantastic as well. And it's played over at first off the assist from Keller, and what a great inning. Let's move into 2. Game is still tied. Giancarlo Stanton here. Placed well with the cutter, and Stanton is underneath it, pops it high into center field, but that is the first out. Let's go, Keller. This is feeling and looking good so far. How does he do against Jazz Chisholm? All right, left that a little bit in the zone. Not right where I wanted it, but a pop out behind home plate. And we've got 5 outs now that are not really competitive. I like what I'm seeing. 0-2 against Austin Wells. No. Oh, and we should have had him there. The sinker nails the bottom corner of the zone. Let's see if I can backdoor him here. Oh, and that was so good. What a perfect pitch. That slurve was just filthy, curving in to grab the corner. Ball. And the sinker is too low. 2-2. Wells has the discipline to hold up. But wow, Keller's really locating. Full count. Nothing going after the 4-seamer down there. All right, let's try tracking away from Wells one more time with a full count. And he makes contact. It's stopped at third base, and the throw over will nail him. Keller, with some good defense behind him, is through 2 really good innings. And now Pittsburgh has the lead. And it's Paul Goldschmidt. A sinker through the middle into center field. A leadoff single. And Goldie is on for the New York Yankees. Oswaldo Cabrera to the plate. Contact. He touches first base. The throw to second. And he's offline, so we do not tag Goldschmidt. But we get the force at first. Almost a reverse double play. A little unorthodox there. Wow, that thing went in the dirt. The throw over to third base, but that ball just came away from the plate too much. Goldie is safe. 90 feet away now from scoring the first run for New York. And Jason Dominguez will drive him in with a line drive into left field. And we've got some speed on first now as Keller has given up his first run against New York. Lineup turns over for Bellinger. And that's weakly hit, a four-seamer to second, and back to first. The double play will get Keller out of it, and we will continue against New York here in the top of the fourth. Anthony Volpe at the plate, batting .423. And he'll watch that beautiful slurve just catch the bottom of the zone. How about something inside? That goes up. Not quite where I wanted, but still a good cutter. All right, here we go. Give him that nasty stuff, breaking away. Contact is made weakly. The dive at shortstop, and we've got him at first base. Keller benefiting greatly from some good infield defense. And it's time for Judge now, one more time. Hit hard, and it goes through into left field. Judge with a one-out single. We also are up by 1 run again. The offense has come through in the bottom of the third to give Keller the lead one more time. And we get the call on Stanton. The slurve tracks low and away and apparently grabs the bottom corner. Let's see exactly where this goes. Also, watch how much break there is. That thing is just filthy. Absolutely disgusting. And the umpire is going to try to start the lawnmower on that pull. He's going to just aggressively go, hi-ya, and start it. And what a pitch against Chisholm. Let's get Keller out of the way and let somebody competent field that. There we go. We're out of 4 now. Great game by Keller so far. Here's the comparison. They've got Max Fried on the mound. Through 4 innings, he's allowed 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. Keller has been absolutely dominant. We're go top 5 now versus Austin Wells, who had a great at-bat last time. And that is chopped into left field, somewhat shallow, and played for the first out. Keller is just on such a groove right now. And here comes Goldschmidt. Got the first hit for New York previously. And that's hit hard. It goes down the line into right field, and Goldschmidt will try for 2. The throw in, and it brings him off the bag. So a one-out double for Goldie. I think he's going to be really good for New York this year, both in the game and in real life. Oswaldo Cabrera, and that's weakly hit over to first and played. Goldie advances to third. I'm getting a little bit of deja vu here now. Come on. Jason Dominguez back up, 0-2 against him, and weakly hit on the grounder. Keller's able to get another out and out of the inning as well. The lead is maintained as we will go top 6. And Cody Bellinger comes back in for his 3rd attempt versus Keller. Remember we said he was good against Keller. There's the line right there, 5 for 15 historically. And off of a weak little ground out, he will worsen that average. 2 outs now, and Aaron Judge at the plate. Keller has only thrown 60 pitches to this point, and he'll get the cutter past him. And they show 316 home runs to date for Aaron Judge. Hit hard and foul. We're ahead of him 0-2, and with 2 outs, we just need 1 more to get through the 6th. And it hangs! Aaron Judge will send that deep to left field, and it's gone! The game is now tied as judgment has been passed. 389 feet off of a 110 velocity. That thing was a missile into left field, and we are back to square one. 2-2 is the game right now, and we'll get ahead of Stanton 0-1. Misses that cutter high in the zone. 2 outs and 0-2. Let's try something away and low. And there we go. The sinker drops underneath, and we strike out Stanton. Top of the 7th now. Full count to Chisholm, and weakly grounded over to second base. It's played in shallow right field, but we do get the out. Keller still looking good. 0-2 against Austin Wells now, batting 105. And that will get slightly worse as the sweeper is just weakly hit over to second.
He's out.
And Mitch Keller is through 6 2/3. And here comes Goldschmidt again. Come on, man. He's 2 for 2. We got to get something by him. Hit hard, and that goes to left field this time. Down the line, and Goldschmidt has done it again. That's going to be a 2-out double. We just can't get this guy out. Man, he's really got our number today. And that's going to be it for Keller. A stellar outing, but Mitch Keller impresses mightily. And Pittsburgh's going to bring in Dennis Santana, no longer the closer. And we do go on to win this game. McCutchen hit a triple, and Tommy Pham with a solo shot. So Pittsburgh takes game 1 versus New York. And yeah, Mitch Keller was phenomenal. Great relief from Santana, Clevenger, and Holderman, who gets his first save of the year. All right, so for somewhat less exciting stuff, we'll move on to scouting for the first time. And I'm picking James Brubaker, Vic Lopez, and Steve Seidlinker. A closer, a starter, and a third baseman. We pick at number 6 in the first round, and so there's a very good chance that one of these guys will show up. Hopefully, scouting reveals that they look good. Let's continue. We lost Game 2 versus New York, and we get another critical situation. Let's hop in there. Game 3 to take the series or lose it. And we're down by 1, bottom of the 8th, with Ke'Bryan Hayes at the plate, 1 man on. And only 11 steal. Try for a hit and run there, but it's fouled off by Ke'Bryan Hayes. All right, so Jake Cousins on the mound with 9 pitches, still plenty of time for him. And that is fouled away as well. First swing was good timing. How's the second one look? That is also good timing by Ke'Bryan Hayes. So that's not my fault, guys. That's 2 good swings. And that is a third good swing, even better than the last, and it's popped up. This is what I was talking about Hall of Fame just not feeling quite right. That's 3 good swings, and I get terrible results. That one was almost perfect, actually. But Ke'Bryan Hayes is under it to pop it up. And now O'Neal Cruz. Chopping away at that 4-seamer, defends the zone. Slightly late on that. Okay, no problem. I'll take it when it's my fault. You know, I got no problem with that. Send the runner and try the hit and run again. This time it doesn't work. There's no contact by Cruz, and so he is burned at second. And it's now 0-2 with 2 outs, and time is running out in Game 3. O'Neal Cruz 0-for-3 today. And Cousins delivers far inside. Almost hit him. Just turn a hip there, and we can get on first, Cruz. Come on, man. 237 Cruz is averaging so far this year. So we've only played about a week of baseball. Too late on the timing there, as that will get him out at first. And we end the bottom of the 8th. New York does go on to win it as the handshakes show, and we've dropped the series. And now we will host St. Louis in a 3-game stretch. And that's an immediate critical situation. Okay, Dennis Santana in relief with 1 out. And that pitch goes wild underneath them. The runner's advancing. No, what is the catcher doing? He's not paying attention. And because of that, the runners advance. It's scored as a wild pitch, but geez, man. All right, 2 on in scoring position. And that's a weak grounder. Can we stop it and keep the game tied? No! Kiner Falefa with the throw far to the right instead of near the runner. And so I don't know if that's my fault or not, but I wanted to prevent the run. Hopefully that makes some kind of sense. We'll strike out Foreman, but now 2 on, 2 out, and we're down by 1 in the top of the 8th. And that is hit, and it goes through into center field. 47 speed on the way home as Cruz launches it, and we can't get back there. St. Louis now with a 2-run cushion. And this inning is falling apart. I will take some blame for throwing home, but again, I hope it makes sense. I wanted to prevent the run. Triolo at second. We'll throw it over to first and end this inning, but now we're down by 2, and the Cardinals will go on to win it. Once again, we're striking out in these critical situations, figuratively, not literally. What I want to do now is move into a kind of minor league scouting report, and so we're going to hop in with a player lock for Ji-Hwan Bae. This is a guy that I had pointed out as somebody that is definitely one to watch in the farm system. And so I wanted to take a look early on in the series, and that is a perfect hit! And it goes deep to center field. It's going back, and no, it runs out of gas on the warning track. Or just before it, maybe. A perfect hit, and it goes way back there, but just not enough steam on there. He's got to hit the weight room. And defensively, we'll get an opportunity here. Very low pressure in the bottom of the first, and that's an easy out. Routine. Ji-Hwan Bae looks good so far. All right, come on now. Man on first. And the timing is early, but it's going back to right field, and it's caught again. Good contact by Ji-Hwan Bae in his first 2 at-bats that we've seen him, and we'll get another shot now with 2 on and 2 out. He's currently averaging .371. And timing was good, but weak contact, and it's popped up halfway to first base. An unfortunate result once again. We get another defensive. Wow, it's 7-1. Oh my gosh. All right, let's play this at first. We got 2 outs. No pressure there. All right, we're going to end the 6th on that note. And we get another shot here in the top of the 7th. 0 for 3 so far. I'm killing his average. Come on now. Swing and a miss on the slider. And it's 0-1 against him. I did not have the timing well there. I was too early. Let's see what 0-1 gives us. Way outside. Okay, easy take on the changeup. No problem. Let's go, Bay. We can do this. Man on first. 1 out. And that is good timing. It's hit well, but it goes to right field, and it's caught again. I can't catch a break with G1 Bay. Oh, man. All right. 5th time's the charm? Maybe? 2 on. Nobody out. Down by 6. And it's foul. Gosh, man, that would have been a double. It would have driven in 1 for sure, maybe 2. Instead, it's 0-1. You've got to get something with Bay here. Down 0-2 now. 2 men on, nobody out, down by 6. I mean, I don't want to go 0 for 5.
No.
Whew, that's a good take. That's high and tight. And we advance the count to 1 and 2 now for G1 Bay. I am only going to do 1 game per prospect here. We will move. And Bay with a blooper, and yes, it does fall in. We finally got a hit. It took the entire game, but a single bloop RBI. Let's move on to the next prospect. The Mud Hens win that game, and here in game 2, Jackson Job, or maybe Jobin, I don't know. We'll move on to prospect, excuse me, Sung Chae Chang. I got to be very articulate there because it sounds like Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat. His first plate appearance here against Jackson Job. I'm looking at fastball, cutter, circle change, and sweeper. Okay, let's do it. Oh, contact is made, and it thumps him right in the rib. An absolute missile from Sung Chae Chang into Jackson Job's gut. And oh my gosh, he's injured. What did he do?
Your soul is mine.
Okay, so he took him out of the game. Wow. The missile impact nearly cuts Jackson Job in half. And let's get a defensive highlight here. Short way to second base to end the first. And Sung Chae Chang is going to get another attempt at the plate. And it's a full count against him with 1 out. Contact made. We're late on it. And he lifts it to left field. And just a light jog over to pick that one up. All right, 7-4. We're losing again. 3rd attempt for Sung Chae Chang against Kenta Maeda. And that one's hit good, but right to second base. And another out. I just can't do it with these player locks so far today, you guys. I'm so sorry. All right, 4th attempt now. We're 0 for 3. Is it going to take all game again? Top of the 8th, probably the last appearance we'll have. We'll watch that slider. There's not much we're going to do with that on the outer corner. That was a great pitch by Brebbia. Let's see what comes for the second one. All right, we get jammed there. It goes into the shallow left field. And Sung Chae Chang, despite nearly cutting the pitcher in half in his first appearance, has not been successful at the plate. Let's try another defensive turn here. And yes, we've got a chance for a double play. Played at second. Not the smoothest of footwork, but we've got him. A successful double play. And the Mud Hens will beat us one more time. Do we have better luck with prospect number 3? We're going to move on to Termarr Johnson, and I want to see what he can do against the Mud Hens today. He's batting .286 so far, so he's been successful, and he's going to be facing Montero in the top of the 2nd. We are already down 1-0. The Mud Hens just have our number. Ugly swing on that circle change. My goodness, it wasn't close, and neither was the timing. That was awful. Okay, we get good contact there, and it's going to left field, and it's brought down. First out. And I don't want to repeat this again. Come on, man. I don't want to go 0 for 4 or for 5 with all of these guys. What a terrible showcase that would be. And a swing and a miss, high and inside by Termarr Johnson. Come on, man. 2-1 here in the top of the 4th. And there we go. It's dead center. Good contact, and it goes to center. Going back. And it's gone! Termarr Johnson launches one over center field. 411 feet, and there we go! Finally, something stewing for the prospects in this minor league showcase. Tamar Johnson launches it as far as you need to get over center field, and show motion shows that beautiful swing. Nearly dead center off of a 101 velocity. That is awesome. All right, bases loaded. 2 outs now in the top of the 5th. Game is tied. Heavy contact there, and it's caught. Oh, man, a laser beam line drive, but we spoil the bases loaded. Top of the 8th now, 0-2 against him, 2 outs. We're down by 2. I'd like to win 1 game against the Mud Hens if we could, and that swing's not going to do it. It goes in the dirt, and he's out before he can get to first. The Mud Hens take another one. It's just incredible. How can we compete at this point? I don't know. We get an alert for a critical situation. David Bednar with bases loaded against the Reds. Oh, man, we're up by 2. Bottom of the 7th, 2 outs. Tyler Stevenson comes to the plate, averaging 209 right now, and it is abysmal out here for Bednar. Okay, we get strike 1 in, 97 at the bottom of the plate. Getting some support from Catch there. This is a critical situation indeed. Bednar is not someone that I've been relying on, and we get the ground out to second base, and there we go. We strand 3 for Cincinnati. Bednar's out of it. And another critical situation in the same game, this time for new closer Colin Holderman. 2 men on, 2 men out. Bottom of the 9th, we just need 1 more against Candelario, who's averaging .333 this year. And that didn't go where I wanted it to, but Cruz will be able to play that in center, and Holderman registers the save. Pirates win against Cincinnati, back at the MLB level. That one feels good. All right, so we take the series against Cincinnati. First 2 games are down, and that's where we will end this one today. We'll take another look at scouting now before we go. And it looks like most of these guys dropped except for Sidelinker. He actually is still number 5 on the Pittsburgh board. So maybe something there to look at. I want to thank you guys so much for the support. Week 2, we'll see Randy Judd, Phil Rosen, and Philip Choi for scouting, and we'll get updates on them afterwards. Thank you guys again for watching. I'll see you next time. And before we go, Cryptic Panther made a very special outro for me. Thank you so much, brother. Love you. Thank you for the support. And here's the outro for the very first time.